32 here, and welcome back to day 16 of my 31 frightening days of Halloween marathon. Now, you guys really didn't think that I would go this whole marathon without delving into probably my favorite subgenre of the horror genre, that being the slashers. And although this may not be a Halloween-themed film, I couldn't leave it out because it just recently got re-released on DVD, so I thought it'd be a fitting addition to the Halloween marathon. So without further ado, let's take a look at 1981's Happy Birthday to Me. In this film, it tells the story of a girl approaching her 18th birthday, and she belongs to a popular clique of rich students. But as her 18th birthday approaches, all of her friends begin falling victim to disappearance and murder. And every time, and she begins suffering from blackout. So many people lead to believe that she's the cause for all these disappearances / murders, but it could also be linked to a prior event that happened to her a year prior. So that's basically the gist of the film altogether, and I really do like this film. I mean, it really is, it's definitely more ambitious out of the majority of the slashers, especially with the most obvious thing being its runtime. It's pretty close to clocking in to 2 hours. It's probably an hour and 45 minutes or so, and commonly most slashers would probably hit around the 80 to 90 minute range. So it's a little more ambitious in its runtime, a little bit more ambitious with its actual story. I mean, it's definitely leads you to believe that it's one thing, but it doesn't seem that cut and dry. I mean, the whole movie, you really think it's a solid case, and you really think that the main character is the one to blame for all of this, for all of the, all the destruction and disasters that are going around to all of her friends. But lo and behold, by the end of the film, it's actually quite surprising. Now, the thing that this film actually promised at the time of its initial release on its posters and stuff is that it would offer 6 of the most bizarre murders seen on screen, and for the most part, especially in the slasher community, it does hold up to really good murder scenes. I mean, probably the most notable being on the DVD art is the shish kebab scene where one of the students gets jammed in the mouth with a shish kebab and gets killed, which is really cool and a really fun kill. And I mean, really, that's why we come here. I mean, who's in the cast? I mean, really, could I really tell you offhand, or does anybody really care? I don't really think so. The director, I mean, I don't think anybody really cares about that. We watch slasher films for a few obvious reasons. We want to be entertained, we want to be scared, we want to see gore and carnage, we want to see nudity, we want to see kids in peril making stupid mistakes and, paying for it by, a masked killer with a knife. It's all in good fun. So in the spirit of Halloween, I mean, it's just crucial, at least, for me, crucial viewing to at least bust out a very, good majority of, great slashers. And like I said, since this just got re-released on DVD last week, I thought it'd be a fitting addition to the Halloween marathon. Now, the biggest complaint about the original DVD that was released was that the great score that was actually in this film was replaced with a lot of stock music, so fans were always really bitter about that. The previous DVD's edition is now out of print, so now that this DVD actually came out, Anchor Bay, got smart and re-released it with a much better DVD art that's truer to the original poster art, in addition to putting in the original music, which is really phenomenal. This is the first time I ever viewed the film with the original score, and the original score is actually really great. It's a really haunting, solid score. As far as casting, like I said, it's not really anybody that you'd probably know offhand. I do believe that the lead, though, was pretty famous back in the day for being on Little House on the Prairie, and her father, and this is actually the classic actor Glenn Ford, who's probably most well remembered for his work in westerns back in the day. But like I said, I mean, this really is a really solid, cool film. It's very ambitious, and although the ending, you feel like you have it pretty much solved up until the last minute, you're left, guessing, right when you get into that great scene where, really cool, eye candy of, her getting to her birthday dinner and all of her friends that are the victims are all dead around, a table that has, a birthday cake filled with 18 candles. It really is just a, really great slasher eye candy. Just a lot of carnage in that scene, which is, visually really cool. So, I mean, the ending, people kind of, I think it's one of those endings where it's like you love it or hate it kind of thing. I don't want to really ruin anything for people that have not seen this, so I will just say that, I mean, I think it's pretty cool because, it's, for as hokey as it may seem, it really does kind of seem like it's like, a live action Scooby-Doo type ending, but still, I mean, like, what do you expect? I mean, it is a slasher genre. We're not going for award-winning filmmaking or award-winning directing or whatnot, but I mean, like, I have to say that if they were trying to fool you and really screw you over in what your decision may have been, they definitely succeeded in that. So I mean, it's kind of you like it or lump it type thing, but I mean, I think it is a kind of a fun ending. So if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely bust this one out. I got my copy at Walmart for only $5, which is a pretty stunning price considering that it was out on the shelves a week early and it is a brand new DVD. So definitely pick this up. Great DVD art. The original music is intact. The print looks good. So, if you guys are looking for for a classic slasher film, bust out this 1981 gem. You definitely won't be disappointed. Thanks again for tuning in as always, guys, and definitely check out tomorrow as I come back with yet another review. This is Frightener 22.